Welcome, everybody, to Mother's Day, Unity of Kona. Let's hold a moment of thought and prayer as we prepare for our service. As we come together, in spirit, we say, thank you, God. Mahalo keakua for the blessings this service provides. As we share it to the world, let it be God's greatest good. And so it is. Amen. Akumo mo. Akumo mo pa. Eh, ho my. Eh, ho my. Eh, ho my. E ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai ka iki mai luna mai ona mea huna no awe mele e kakayaka e koma mai. Good morning and welcome, Unity of Kona. What an honor it is to be here sharing a little bit of the Hawaiian culture at the Unity service as we start with the Eomai prayer chant. The prayer chant's done in 3 octaves, referencing the layers of meaning within the stories. The beautiful story being told. Why would they be telling these stories to our children? And the highest octave is beseeching the Great Spirit and our ancestors with the Eomai for the wisdom of life experiences that become our stories. With this knowledge, we never have to repeat them over and over again. And as we set aside all grievances and stones, we have no fear through the depth darkness of night. For Ela A comes a dawning of a new day, and we all get a new chance to start over and do better, not having to pick up any grievances and stones. Well, it's my honor to welcome everybody here, Unity of Kona. I'm Uncle Jim, or Jim Carey. As we get started with our service, I'll have everybody please stand as we'll get ready to do our affirmation, vision, and mission statements. Affirmation for the month of May. Together. I awaken to truth, grow in awareness, and build Christ consciousness in my life. Yes, it is. Here at Unity, we come together with a vision, a world family of oneness, peace, and love, with our mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And while I've got everybody standing, we're going to have our singers come on board as we do our opening song. This month, our special song is One Big Family. So singers, we got a couple mics right over here, and we can stand right in the front, please, as we get ready to do this. Squeeze together, squeeze together. All right. Music maestro.
Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of what we've come to be. We are one, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are one, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Yay, 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 yay. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Thank you, everybody. And while we're all standing, let's take a moment here in the sanctuary and just greet one another. It's been a week since we've seen everybody joining us online. It's a great time to leave a little comment in the comment section. Whether you're watching Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, we're here for you. Just give us a moment now as we greet here in the church. Mahalo. We get a little carried away sometimes. But you can never have too much fun. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And wow, what an amazing group today. We'd like to honor our guests and visitors at this time. So if we have anybody that's new to Unity of Kona, maybe you just haven't been here in a while, we'll ask you to please stand and give your name and where you're from, and we can address you and welcome you formally. Anybody like to stand? Goodbye. Aloha. Thank you, Kavai, and congratulations, my friend. And so Kavai is a great friend, now just married. And so it's definitely congratulations are in order with Joshua Hoagland. So Joshua is a member here at the church, and so we like to honor everybody. Mm-hmm. Anybody else like to stand? Here we go. Frank and Daphne from Santa Rosa, California. It's the best island. Awesome. Awesome. Well, welcome back. And an honor to have you joining us here this morning from Wine Country, California. And I believe that's everybody. You okay? All right. And so anybody joining us online, we'd like to send it out to everybody listening in the world. Aloha. And God bless you. Thank you for joining us. We have refreshments, special Mother Day things going on up here. So we always have a little bit of a potluck. Don't hesitate to join us. And so as we move forward, I have a few announcements that I'm going to start first and foremost. We are a prayer ministry. We have the prayer request forms in the back of the sanctuary. You can fill these out, and they get sent on to Silent Unity. Over at Silent Unity, they have the prayer vigil, where they actually have the Be Unity app. And you can download this app onto your phone for that instant connection to prayer. And with the 30 days of lights on and constant prayer meditation, the power of prayer is tenfold. So let's utilize these powers that we have. With the app, you got many affirmations, meditations, and information. And so definitely stay within the Unity community. It is an honor to be here in Kailua Kona. And for a few more announcements, I've asked Patrick to come up and share just a little bit what's going on at the church.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody, and happy Mother's Day. So congratulations to Jim Carey, our team member of the month this month. Mahalo, Jim, for your loving service to our spiritual center. We're blessed to have you at Unity of Kona. Jim served on the board for 4 years, was the board treasurer. He is our platform assistant, sets up the sanctuary each Sunday for services, sings in the choir, brings own-alicious food for fellowship. Jim, your can-do attitude and willingness to offer needed support and share your time, energy, and talents is greatly appreciated. You're a bright and shining light, and we are grateful for your spirit of aloha and loving service. We love you. Thank you so much. It's a lot easier to say what Jim doesn't do than what he does do. He does so much around here. So we really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Some of our ohana are in need of food items. Brings such foods that do not require much refrigeration or much cooking, such as canned and packaged dry goods. The box at the top of the stairs labeled Hawaii Food Basket will be used to collect these items. Mahalo nui. Reverend Sophia is available to make pastoral calls to congregants who would like one-on-one prayer or a personal conversation. If you would like to receive her call, there's a sign-up sheet in the back of the sanctuary to add your name to, or feel free to send an email to unityofkona@gmail.com with minister call in the subject line. Please include your name, phone number, and the best days and times to reach you. Join us this Friday, May 16th, for an evening meditative sound bath hosted by Kayla and myself. We'd love to see you there. If you come to our sound baths on the first Sunday, the kind of tenor and how it feels, the feel and vibe of the whole thing is different when we do it at night. So we look forward to seeing you there. Please join us. There's a spiritual gifts workshop coming up. Each human soul has an individual mark it leaves behind on everyone it touches. Our goal in studying spiritual gifts is to support you in delving deeper into your true self and then experience your unique expression, which flows from the unique perspectives, passions, and purposes you individually hold in life. It'll last about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on the number of participants, and we offer it on a love offering basis. Reverend Sophia is going to offer this virtually, and then so we need to know if you are interested in taking the workshop, and then if yes, what times work for you. You can send a message to unityofkona@gmail.com if interested, or there's a sign-up sheet in the back of the sanctuary right next to the house where we collect our building fund change. Today at noon, we have our crystal healing service and individual energy healing. We hope you can stay and join us for that after fellowship. Ukulele Monday evenings from 6 to 7 p.m., led by Dondi. From beginners to experts here in the sanctuary. Bring your uk, some are available to borrow. And come learn, play, and share. And for our regular weekly and monthly events, there's a flyer on the small table at the back of the sanctuary. Feel free to pick one up. And I have a couple of add-on items. One, if you would like a Unity of Kona bookmark, we have gotten these in. I believe they are upstairs. Oh, they're in the back. What do I know? And then also, Unity is sponsoring and is inviting congregants to join in the Kaylin's Warrior Fun Run that is going to take place May 3rd, 2025. Jim's going to pass around a sign-up sheet for that if you're interested in that. I'm sorry. That's for a different place. Old Airport Pavilion number 1, May 25th from 8 a.m. to noon. Just a little bit information about it. Join us for Kaylin's Warriors Fun Run, honoring the memory of Kaylin Haywood, a vibrant 11-year-old who bravely battled DIPG, a brainstem tumor. Their mission is to, inspired by Kaylin's wish, is to support families affected by this condition and childhood brain cancer in Hawaii through Kaylin's strong Fight Like a Warrior Foundation. By participating in the run, you can help raise crucial funds for affected families and contribute to research for a cure. So please go ahead and join us if you're interested in participating in that. And once again, we'll be sponsoring that event. And finally, as you know, it takes a village to run our spiritual center, and we appreciate everyone. Kindly consider supporting Unity of Kona by becoming a contributor and sharing your time, talent, and treasure. There are several updated sign-up sheets at the back of our sanctuary for you to consider, along with the refreshment sign-up sheet upstairs. Mahalo.
Thank you so much, Patrick. He does such a great job with everything he does here. It's like nothing would be broadcast if Patrick didn't handle this stuff. And so we honor Patrick every Sunday for sure. Thank you, Patrick. Now is the time in our service where I've asked Shelley to come up and do our daily word. So please welcome Shelley.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Today's daily word, mother's love. The tenderness of mother's love shows me the presence of God on earth. Love is a life-giving force, a tremendous power that binds all people in God. It is through this love we are all members of one family. A mother and all those who selflessly share motherly love give warmth and depth to the free-flowing love of God. There is something so pure, so warm, and comforting about a mother's love. This is the love that encourages me when I doubt myself, that accepts me when the world feels cold, and that celebrates my successes and helps me shine. No matter how mother's love comes into my life, I recognize and give thanks for its divine source. As the motherly love I have felt throughout my life has blessed me, I pray those who have loved me so tenderly and fiercely know the love of God as they have shared it so generously. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Proverbs 31:29. And together, let's share this affirmation. The tenderness of mother's love shows me the presence of God on earth. And so it is.
And with the beautiful statement of mother's love, we're going to go a moment of meditation as we break into this time to relax, as we get comfortable in our seats. Take a deep breath if that feels comfortable to you. And as we take a deep breath and visualize the sanctuary, see it as a beautiful heart. Breathe in that loving energy of those around you. Feel it flowing in and through you. And as you see that loving energy flowing around every person here in the sanctuary, and expanding out to every person, every being on this earth and in this world. And as we take a moment, and if there are any events and circumstances in your life or anyone you know in need of prayer, let's see them in center of what we've just created, this most beautiful, loving heart. And as we come together, let's do together the prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And now we have special music treat. And so please welcome back Lauren and Lokilani. And so the Heavenly Rose. And so, absolutely. And so please enjoy some music as we get ready for our talk today.
So pleased to have Lokilani with me. She's going to sing a couple songs. Because it's Mother's Day, we both decided we want to honor our mothers. When I was a little struggling adolescent, a very young teenager, I was writing music, and I wrote a solo piano piece, and my mom said, "Oh, that would be really nice to have words to." And so she wrote words to it after, I'd already had the melody, which is quite a task. And Kayla, I think the title is "Awaken to Something," right? Or your title of your something like Shifts of Well, anyway. So because it's Mother's Day, I chose this song because honoring my mother. She put the words to it. I just want to, for the sake of time, I just want to read a little bit. Some of the words are, teach me a beauty, surround me with wonder, awaken, awaken my being with love, illumine my soul with deep recognition, life calling out unto life. Teach me a beauty, surround me with wonder, awaken, awaken my being with love, light beams, life streams. Awaken my soul unto life. So, yeah, that was like our word of the day, Mother's Love. So anyway, here we go.
what to say. Well, wow. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Mahalo nui loa. God bless you. Thank you. And now is the time we get into our service. As we have our special guest speaker today, she's regular here, but she's so much loved. And her talk today will be all about sacred shifts, awakening the power of awareness. So please welcome Miss Kayla Harvey.
All right. All right, we're going to get into a meditation. As we allow ourselves to get into the awareness of consciousness itself, to open to this space. So let's take a few moments and turn inward into the sacred space of our own being. Gently close your eyes to arrive more fully in this moment. Let your breath slow and deepen. Inhale gently and exhale completely. With each breath, arrive more deeply in this moment. We center ourselves within and use this opportunity to awaken to the quiet power that lives within our awareness. Imagine now that you stand before a garden gate. This garden is a reflection of your inner life, your consciousness. As you slowly open this gate, step inside, begin to take in the landscape all around you. Notice the beauty, the variety, the vibrance. Some areas may be lush and flourishing, filled with peace, intention, and beauty. Other spaces you notice may look overgrown, neglected, tangled with thoughts and patterns that may not serve. We are not here to judge or fix or control, but to observe ourselves and this garden with an openness and curiosity. The moment we become aware, and in this awareness, something begins to shift. You remember that you are the gardener here. You are the one who gets to choose what you nourish and release. The simple act of witnessing is a transformational opening, a beginning. So let's rest now in this moment of awareness. As we breathe deeply, affirm gently in your heart, my awareness awakens sacred shifts within me. As I tend to my consciousness, I shape my life. As we move into the message, let's imagine this garden and allow it to stay with us. Let it be the reminder that within lives this quiet power to grow, to choose, and transform our awareness with spirit. When you're ready, gently bring yourself back into the space, back into presence together. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe stretch your arms, and return back into togetherness. Thanks for being back here, guys. Thanks for that beautiful music. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Though it's not our absolute focus today, we do want to honor all the mothers that are here today, all of the mothers who helped raise us, our own and others, as well as that divine mothering energy that we all carry, each and every one of us. So we recognize today mother as a symbol, a beautiful symbol of nurturing, and a symbol as someone, something that grows consciousness. And in that way, we all have that creative ability to grow consciousness. It's part of that mother essence we contain. And it's perfect because today we're going to be talking on a continuation of our exploration of the book Heart-Centered Metaphysics, a deeper look at unity teaching by Reverend Paul Hasselbeck. If you haven't picked it up and you'd like to deep dive into metaphysical principles, I highly recommend it. It's a little dense, but we're going to be going over chapter by chapter together. And by the way, it's okay if you missed one or you're not seeing it in continuity. Not only are they all on Facebook and they're all on YouTube, but each one holds individual essence and things that we can learn from, and you don't need to view all of them to get the message. So this chapter is on life is consciousness, and we get to explore a bit more about what that means. It's a bit of a deep topic for today, but we can make it fun, and there's something so empowering about this. Now, this is going to sound a bit different than maybe talks in other spiritual centers. Yet I know we all came here for a reason. I don't know each and every one of your journeys through spirituality, but I know some of yours. And I know that many of us have come from different spiritual avenues, different religious backgrounds, and we're here today in a metaphysical spiritual center. Most people seek out metaphysics because they want something slightly different. They're seeking something. Maybe it's an ineffable something. But we're usually seeking a shift, an empowerment, maybe a personal healing. We're often seeking deeper meaning. I know this resonates with myself, and I was looking for something that went deeper because I knew there was something deeper. And I really honestly wanted other people to talk about it with. And so Unity became a place for me to find a tribe of humans interested in exploring the beyond. And that's what Reverend Sophia talked to us about last week, was what metaphysical principles mean. What is metaphysics? The looking beyond the physical. Doing so is so empowering for the human soul because we get to realize our greater selves. And much of the work that we do in New Thought, in Unity, is to explore and develop our own individual consciousness as a way to connect with the bigger divine self and to make changes in our lives and in the world. And we talk about exploring and changing our own consciousness as the vehicle to changing everything else around us. We have that power. That's what we're going to be looking at. What I think is pretty cool is that this book, if you noticed, started with the words heart-centered. I think that's the most important part of this entire title, heart-centered. And the reason we do a heart-centered approach is because in our development of consciousness, we do so without shame, without dogma, without judgment. Exploring consciousness could be scary for some. It's an awakening to patterns, to realities within ourselves, parts of our separateness that we get to call home. But seeing that can be unsettling sometimes. So we have to be willing to go boldly and bravely. So we do so with acceptance, love, curiosity. That's the way we want to approach our exploration of consciousness, to meeting ourselves and spirit with that curious love. So we're going to do lots of compassion as we start on this journey of developing ourselves, that inner world and that connection. And how do we start? Where do you even start with developing your own consciousness? Well, we're given a clue. Biblically, Jesus, who we see as a being, a human just like us, who fully embodied Christ consciousness, which we'll explore what that means a little, but fully embodied that. Something we are encouraged to do, says, seek first the kingdom of God. What does that mean metaphysically? It means look within. It means exactly what we just said. If you want to change the world, yourself, your life, go within. Seek to align with divine mind, divine consciousness, the bigger you. Seek to align with that, and all else will fall in place. And so that's where we start. We start with that centering, that going within, deepening our understanding of consciousness itself. Because as we understand consciousness, we understand spirit, we understand ourselves, and that's where the ripples start. So what the heck do I mean by consciousness? We're going to throw out a lot of words and terms today and get really curious and be open to the understanding flowing in. So consciousness is the grand field of awareness. It's awareness itself. Consciousness is the knowing of knowingness. The best definition I found was a universal, non-material field of awareness and creative potential in which all thought, perception, and existence arises and interacts. It's the medium through which the divine mind expresses and through which the individual begins to perceive, shape, and co-create reality. So it is the blanket of awareness, that entire field that encompasses all being, all thought, all states. It's the bridge between that divine mind and our mind. And it's only through this field of consciousness that we can truly understand the nature of oneness, the divine nature, our divine nature, and the nature of reality. Because oneness is complex. You ever thought about it? It's actually a paradox. The paradox of oneness. A paradox is when you can hold two things to be true that seem counterintuitive. They don't seem to mesh and blend. Oil and water, what's happening there? But there are two truths here. The truth is that there is absolute unity. Absolute unity. This deeper level of this unbroken field of consciousness that we are all a part of. We are completely interconnected, and there is no separateness. That is truth. 100% truth in the absolute sense. And yet also what is true is that there is apparent separateness. That is true. There is truth in that we show up as individual expressions, individual beings. We look different, we have different experiences. And it's only through a deeper level of consciousness can we fully embody, embrace, and come to live from this place and knowing that I both am a separate physical human being and I am an ever-connected spiritual being at one with everyone and everything. It is through consciousness that we can feel and understand this. And so this is part of our goal, is to understand this field, to get into it, to really expand ourselves, to feel free in this field. to see ourselves in absolute unity. So how do we grow this consciousness? How do we go within? How do we reach spirit? Well, it is through this awareness, through this openness, through this willingness to look. It's not an intellectual process. We do a lot of talking about it, which is interesting. But you can use your intellect, but your intellect is not the same as spiritual wisdom. If wisdom was the office, wisdom was the department, then let's say intellect is the executive officer of that office, doing tasks, in charge of a lot of things, but not really the office itself. So the intellect might tell us, well, we can't know God. How could we do that? We can't do that. Because it's looking at facts. It is listening to teachers and books. And it's great. And there is more. If we reach beyond our own individual mind, we can develop these abilities. We can develop a greater part of self that encompasses the larger. We can develop that intuitive feeling sense, which is why we use that heart center. We explore God through here and through here. So it helps us to understand the components of the field. Going down the rabbit hole of consciousness can feel like a lightened tunnel. There is so many hallways. There's so much to explore, but there is a light. There is a light round that corner. And we illumine, as we explore consciousness, we illumine ourselves, our patterns, where we have separated from spirit. We expand and make space for God mind to show up. It helps us to distinguish the difference between us and spirit, our mind with a lowercase m, our conscious mind, and mind with the uppercase M. Reverend Sophia talked about how Unity likes to do this. They give capital letters to things that have emphasis. And there is a difference between the lowercase letter mind, and that mind is my own individual. We're looking at all of these parts of consciousness. That is my individual use of the infinite field. My perception, the seed of how I view things as Kayla, as the individual Kayla self. Now, I have a form of thinking, a way of organizing that individual mind of Kayla that controls, directs, and organizes that pattern. And I can do it with intention or without intention. You ever find yourself super stressed all of a sudden? Like you don't know what happened, you woke up fine, but then there's just a moment in your day you're going, oh my gosh, I can't, seriously. I have that moment many times and I go, wait a minute, something happened. I was not using my conscious awareness, something shifted. Let me be more thoughtful about what just shifted. So we can use our mind with intention or without intention. When I am using my conscious mind, it's a phase in which I am aware. I am really aware of what's happening. I am directing and choosing. And we want more direction and choosing so that we can zoom out. Because we are drops within the ocean. We are the wave, and we focus so much on the wave, that expression of spirit that we are. But when we can zoom out, we can see the ocean, the infinite potential, the totality of our essence. And so that's what the zoomed out is. The ocean is God mind, mind with a capital M, that we are learning to identify as. So we can think of a garden analogy. Each one of us, kind of as being blessed by Oprah, you get a house, you get a house. We all get a garden. If you get a garden and you get a garden of consciousness and you get a garden of consciousness. So we have gardens. The soil is like our mind. It's ours. It's our soil. Now, you might have some bugs. You might have some weeds under there, some roots and stuff in the subconscious of your particular soil. But it's also there to grow all kinds of things. When unused, it could have potential for all sorts of beautiful blooms, right? And you are the gardener. That's your conscious mind. You, the gardener, that comes in and says, "Ooh, I'm going to remove that weed. What is that? Let's plant those beautiful flowers. Something lovely that I will enjoy." You are the gardener, the conscious mind. And to understand consciousness itself, we can see consciousness as the earth connecting all the gardens. My garden is next to Elaine's garden, who's next to Candy's garden, and it's next to Shelley's garden and Patrick's garden. And consciousness envelops all of our gardens on earth. So then, God, with a capital M, God mind, is the perfect blueprint of earth. The divine idea of earth, that divine landscaping plan that could be realized, that we all have the potential to express in our own individual gardens, that perfection. So understanding metaphysics, understanding levels of consciousness, types of consciousness, helps us be a better gardener. Better able to execute this beautiful landscaping plan in the way we'd like to see it. So we can look at different levels of consciousness. We can look at different types of consciousness. These are both the lenses and the glasses with which we look at life. So we can classify types of consciousness like positive consciousness, or you're in a negative consciousness, in a state of Christ consciousness. They help describe the qualities of the consciousness with which you're entering or embodying. This helps us understand how we use consciousness. There are also different levels of consciousness. Now, for those who listened to that 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership, we did a series on that, you'll recognize these levels. And we show us these to illuminate. Before I get into the levels of consciousness, we do this again out of love for ourselves. This is not to judge where we're at. This is to say, ooh, ooh, ooh. I have that power? I could shift that? That's fantastic. That's what it's for. So as we go through these levels, know that we are in full awareness that real things happen. Real things happen. And we may classify them as good or bad or terrible, and we are not negating any of those things. Those things happen. But how we experience what happens helps us understand the level of consciousness we're currently engaging. And when we can see it and we're aware of it, we can harness that power. So, we often experience the start of what's called victim consciousness. Victim is considered a lower level of consciousness because it's less connected. It's less defined. I have it in white. It's less defined. Victim consciousness has us saying, life is happening to me. It makes us feel powerless. When I'm in this mind state, I'm usually reactive. I might be in a state of blame or judgment. I'm stuck in fear or suffering. It's disempowering. There's nothing wrong with any state of mind other than this doesn't feel very good. And I don't know about you, but I don't really want to create from there. If thoughts in mind produce after their kind, I don't want more of this personally. I'm disconnected from my truth there. It's kind of like if you're stuck in traffic and it's not moving. There is absolutely an accident in the middle of the freeway or something, and there's no moving until that accident is cleared. If you are enraged in that traffic, you're stuck in victim and you're stuck suffering. Now, we have all been there. We all go there occasionally. We visit that place and we pop in. Oh, okay, and then we pop back out. And I hope you don't stay there long, right? It's okay to visit. It's okay to vent, let the energy in motion, your emotion out. But I hope you don't stay there. It's not a very fun place. So we get recognition that this is a space for us so that we can move through it. The next one is victor or by me consciousness. It has us feeling that through willpower and mindset and action, I shape my life. Me, I can do it. Now, that's far more empowering, isn't it? You can already hear that's taking action, responsibility. We're stepping up. We begin to claim our inner authority. We're starting somewhere. Now, we are mostly focusing on achievement and control, and we think we need to do that. I need to keep it all under control. So there is still some fear, still some victim mentality in there, but I am claiming more of my power. We have to start climbing out here. And even the mother of unity, she started there when she was really ill and decided, I don't think I want to be ill anymore. I think that's bull. I think I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something about it. And she had to start there to climb up. It's a great state, but the only challenge with this state here is it feels like a lot of weight we put on ourselves. And let's be honest, we don't have the power to control all of reality. It's a lot to put on oneself. And we forget about things like surrender, divine timing, grace. So as we continue to climb, we start to accept that there's another player here, working with us and through me. We start to look at vessel consciousness. It's happening through me. I am actually the channel for divine wisdom, love, and creativity. We start to see ourselves and know that we are instruments for spirit to flow through. That yes, I am taking action, and spirit is in and through me taking action. That I may not always understand, but I am in a state of practicing surrender, trust, faith, and know that I am supported. We live in the flow, and we know we're co-creators. This is where we begin to live in alignment with spirit, and we experience synchronicities here all the time. And everything just starts to work out because we're not alone carrying that load, and it comes through us. It's like when I write these talks, I get worked up a little bit at times, especially we're looking at, this is like teaching stuff. So there's a lot of like terms and things, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is really dense stuff. And so I, as Kayla, am trying to make it all work. And then when I get up here, yeah, I say the things on the sheet, but I also say other things. And I step back, and I say, Spirit, whatever you want to say. I got some ideas, but, whatever you want to say. And that's what comes through, because then I step into that vessel. And a lot of us do this when we're in our craft. If you're doing an art, if you're doing your thing, if you're playing music, you're doing something that really expresses your essence of self, you're in that vessel. And the next and highest form of consciousness is verity, or as me, sometimes described as is me, oneness consciousness. This is where our ego dissolves, where our true identity emerges. It's the mystic state. It's sometimes rare to live in, but it's always available. This is where at every moment we experience peace, love, and radical acceptance. It's where we're living as the Christ. We stay heart-centered, knowing that this may not always be the moment we're in. We may not always be like Jesus walking around in perfect Christ energy. But having awareness of our current level of consciousness and that we have the ability to choose the next level. Having that awareness alone is arming ourselves with all of the tools, all of the power to shift you, to shift others, and to shift your entire reality. It's incredibly empowering to see. So just knowing this arms yourself with those tools. Remember that the way we experience life reflects this state of consciousness. So your current experiences will help you see where you are in the moment. We all act from our level of consciousness. And if you notice someone acting erratically, you can probably tell where they are. And we can have compassion for them wherever they are, knowing that our stage of consciousness is where we live primarily. Wherever you land on this most of the time is the stage in which you do the play of life. Now, we do this little game where we are in this state, and then we're in this state, and then we go back and forth, and then now I'm in this one. Oh, actually, I'm better. We do that. We climb up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. That's your state of consciousness. Where are you at right now? We just get curious. Where am I at? What level am I at? Are you good, Kayla? Are you good? Where are you at? To check myself sometimes. Because our entire intent is to expand our consciousness, to expand into that. And we get to learn how to do this through self-awareness, self-knowledge, and how to develop consciousness like the butterfly. The butterfly gives us a great example of this process of involution must precede evolution. Involution is the enfolding. You ever notice when you need to transition to a completely new state of life, you withdraw a little bit? Maybe you're not talking to people that you used to talk to. When you make big, massive shifts in your world, you withdraw. Because you need to listen to yourself. You listen to your inner voice, no one else's. Because what you feel and think is important. You listen within. Just like God is the start of everything. Everything starts in God mind, involution. And it flows out into shape and form, evolution. We too must go within. Hear ourselves. Hear spirit. Really be listening so that we can then pour out that consciousness into our creations, our manifestations. So we are claiming our divine identity, that I am, our spiritual identity, different than just the humanness. We are seeking to find that indwelling Christ, the power within, and identify less as the wave and more of the ocean. So I'm going to read a quick excerpt from the book that describes what's our goal. What is all of this for? Why are we developing our consciousness? Why are we on this pursuit of something deeper? And why does this sense that we keep needing to explore it keep coming up? Because it does. You're all here and spiritual seekers for a reason. They said, the purpose of evolution of consciousness, and he quotes Charles Fillmore in Atom-Smashing Power of Mind. And Charles Fillmore writes, what is the chief object of humankind? To glorify God in the body. This is the true answer. To have the courage to make the heroic attempt to give personal expression to God. And how shall we do this? By mentally agreeing that we are potentially the Christ and capable of making a divine presentation of ourselves as God. We rise to the conscious realization that every thought of mind, every atom of body, every molecule of being, every function of nature, and every force is divine. And that all of these do and shall vibrate to the harmonies of spirit. This is the resurrection of humankind. There is none other. By doing so, we establish our ego as the I am identity. with divine mind and enter with Jesus into a joint heirship to the heavenly inheritance of power, peace, prosperity, and perfection. So, big words, big stuff, big expression. But our grand purpose is to express Christ potential, to express that divine identity as a human and share that light. So every time you work on shifting your consciousness, notice the level you're at, understand more about you, seek and make space for spirit. You shift out of reactivity and fear. You act in more alignment and attention. You display the qualities of Christ consciousness, that wisdom, peace, and love. And all you have to do is simply start with that power of awareness. Just be aware. So start the sacred shift by observing. Use your mind. Expand it to have more of your conscious mind present, the chooser. Get that gardener up and going, and expand your divine nature. So let's say our affirmation together. Together? My expanding awareness reveals my true power. And so it is. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kayla. Expanding our minds, expand our lives, and we all grow every day. What an honor it is to have this love and light and the sharing this nature of being. Wow. Give me goosebumps, girl. That's an amazing talk. Yeah, very profound. Now's the time in our service where we'll do our gifts and offerings. And so there are many ways in which you can offer your time, treasures, and talents. And your support of the ministry is truly honored, and we truly are grateful. They're going to come up on a QR code for the PayPal, and there are many ways to actually share. Our ushers are getting ready to come forward. And so let's do our offertory prayer at this time. Together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. And so it is. And now we have some more special music coming in. So thank you so much for your time, treasures, and talents.
This song is for Mom. This is for you, your favorite song, Mother's Day. Love you. How great thou art. We thank Akua for the life-giving power in all of us and our mothers. Happy Mother's Day. Nani kamahao Nano ihana kahonua ne Mena Kawela kakikili
Hallelujah. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. What an amazing voice. What amazing music. We are so blessed to be here sharing this great talent. So thank you so much. As our ushers are moving forward, it's time to bless these gifts and offerings. So let's do this together. Through me, we know that as we give, so shall we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these gifts to do your will, your work in this center, in our lives, and in our community. And so it is. What an honor it is to share this love of light and the Spirit of Christ within us. Our next Sunday guest speaker will be Reverend Sophia Falke again, and her topic will be Knowing Yourself as Spirit, a path to inner clarity. We journey inward to explore the metaphysical truth of self beyond roles, labels, and past experiences. And as we deepen our self-awareness, we uncover hidden beliefs and shift our identity from limitations to divine potential. True transformation begins when we remember our essence. We are spiritual beings expressing through human experience. So definitely join us next week for the talk, Reverend Sophia Falke. Online, we're broadcasting live, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You can catch us anywhere you'd like. And in closing, please feel free to tell all your friends and family about the Unity of Kona, the Facebook events. You can join us here in the sanctuary or tune in online. And so with that, I'll have everybody make a circle right behind the front cameras as we get ready for our 2 closing songs. Let There Be Peace on Earth and Aloha Oi. We can make this circle close. Come on in here. Come in through the row, though. Come on in through the row here. Yeah. So there we go. That's a circle. Now we got the circle. And all hands together. Okay. It's all right. It's all perfect. We all like to hold hands.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And as we expand our consciousness to the higher realms, let's keep stepping forward and be better every day. And until we meet again, we'll finish up Aloha Oi.
Aloha oi, aloha oi, eke ona ona no I kalipo. One fond embrace, a-o-ya-ya, until we meet again.
Or we say, hui ho, my friends, until we meet again. Join us same time, next same station, right here, Facebook Live in Kailua Kona. We got refreshments upstairs.